Lining up, that's it. We're off and racing for Division 1 of the 4yo Geldings here, the John Shark Hanlon sponsored 4yo Maiden. And first to show is Le Vainqueur, and Rob James already gone into a 4-5 lit advantage on down towards the first of 16 fences, followed in second by Judicial Difference. Faller at fence number 1, and out of the contest it is Rasugru on I Am Emperor, Dusty Sheedy's runner. Let report horse up okay. Medical attention please to this fence. Medical attention to fence number 1 please. Le Vainqueur leads the way from in second. Slade Shore, they're followed next in the field by Judicial Difference, who in turn is followed next by Port Julian, and they're followed in behind these by Beaufort Scales, who in turn is followed by the Kingpin, and these in turn are followed next in the field as they swing the bend by in behind these Governeck, as they continue to wait over and on towards the next fence to jump, which will be fence number 2. Le Vainqueur leads the way, 2.5-3 lengths in front of Slade Shore in second. Judicial Differences in third, and they're followed by Governeck, who is now improved up on the outside of Port Julian, and they're followed by Beaufort Scales, the Kingpin, and they in turn are followed next in the field in behind these by Didn't Go 20, and in behind him it is Express Run as they continue to wait on towards this next fence, which will be fence number 4, and over safely. Le Vainqueur leads the way from in second. It is Slade Shore, followed next by Governeck and Judicial Difference. They're followed next in the field as they continue to run by Port Julian, and the Beaufort Scales is next, and they're followed by the Kingpin with Didn't Go 20 and Express Run as they continue their way around the bend, shortly come towards their point of departure, up the home straight and race on towards the next fence to jump, fence number 5. And it's Le Vainqueur, who's over safely in front, leads the way, followed in second by Slade Shore. In the colour change now, the familiar Pierce Silks. They're followed next in the field in third on the wide outside, Governeck and Dirk O'Connor. Fourth on the inside is Port Julian, with in behind these, in between horses, and fifth it is Beaufort Scales. Judicial Difference has lost a place or two, and he's followed by the Kingpin, with Didn't Go 20 Express Run. And completing the field is Sherlock Boom on the outside as they head towards the bend, and the loose horse now not doing any favours to Rob James in front, and Le Vainqueur cuts right across him, but Rob didn't lose too much ground now, and he's now hopefully gone out of harm's way. Le Vainqueur from Slade Shore, followed next in the field back in third by Governeck on the outside. Beaufort Scales is next, and he's followed on the inside by Port Julian. And these are followed next in the field by the Kingpin, who in turn is followed by Judicial Difference as they straighten up in the back straight and they continue to run on towards the next fence to jump, which will be the first of 3 here in the back straight, fence number 7 coming up. And as they come to it is Le Vainqueur, and the loose horse is still in harm's way, followed by in second now Slade Shore. They're followed next in the field by Port Julian with Beaufort Scales and Governeck, who's in 5. Judicial Difference is next in 6 with the Kingpin in 7 Express Run, and they're followed by Didn't Go 20 Sherlock Boom completing the field. Continuing away on towards this next fence now, which will be fence number 9, as they continue about to make their way out of the back straight, and it's in front. Le Vainqueur leads the way from in second. In behind him it is Slade Shore. They're followed next by Governeck on the outside of in Port Julian, between horses Beaufort Scales. Getting closer to things now is the Kingpin, who's moved right up on the heels of the leaders, and these are followed next by in behind these Judicial Difference with Express Run, Didn't Go 20, and just being pushed along towards the rear Sherlock Boom. They're turning into the home straight for their second time. They have fences number 10 and 11 ahead of them, and as they continue to wait up the home straight, it is in front leading the way Rob James. Good jump by your leader. Le Vainqueur leads the way from in second. Travelling well on the outside is Slade Shore. They're followed next in the field now by Beaufort Scales. Wide outside here now is Governeck in 4. They're followed by Port Julian, who's in 5. The Kingpin a good jump into 6, and they're followed by Judicial Difference, Express Run, and Didn't Go 20, and Sherlock Boom was pulled up before fence number 11. They head out in their final circuit. Still this loose horse is causing a bit of interference as they swing the bend, and it's Le Vainqueur who takes the bend in front. He's been in front since the top of the flag, leads the way from in second. It is Slade Shore, they're followed next in the field now. In third by Port Julian, Beaufort Scales, and the outside Governeck, and they're followed by the Kingpin. But in behind these, Judicial Difference and also the inside Express Run, and it didn't go 20. The field have tightened right up now. All that remain as they continue to run on towards this fence is going to be 5 from the finish. And as they do so, over the far side, Levencure leads the way from in second, Travelling Wed, Slade Shore. They're followed next in the field in third, Beaufort Scales, Governeck, and they're followed next in the field by Port Julian. The Kingpin travels well, and they're followed by Judicial Difference as they continue the way over this next fence now. And it's Levencure in front, just beginning to try and stretch them here. Rob James leads the way as they continue to run on towards the next fence. The fence is going to be 3 from the finish, and it's Levencure de Grey still leads the way, but he's got Slade Shore. And coming on the outside now as it just come back into view, Governeck is there, also there it is Port Julian as they continue their way now. Levencure, but he's about to be challenging with Port Julian, who's come through to challenger, followed next in the field. In behind these by Beaufort Scales and the Kingpin, who's back in 4 as they continue to run around the bend to turn in, and going at the bend there was Levencure. He unseats Robbie, hit the bend, and so leaving the way is Port Julian, who was in front anyway. He comes towards the second last and leads by 3-4 lengths and is extending further from the Kingpin back in second. They're followed next in the field by Slade Shore, weakening his Beaufort Scales, but to the final fence and quickening up in good style here as Port Julian comes to it. He's got a 4 or 5 minute advantage at the last. Spring Hill by our leader and up towards the line. Jack Hendricks, Dennis Murphy, Port Julian's going to run out. An impressive winner of the opening Geldings. The Kingpin runs on well for second. They were followed by Slade Shore and Beaufort Scales, who was in third and fourth. Fifth was Judicial Difference, and they were followed by Didn't Go 20, and he was your final finisher. Pulled up was Governeck.